That's okay.
Sorry. You can plug up the Ethernet. Wi-Fi was got away from my computer, but it's not working. So you can plug your unplug mine and plug yours up there. Huh? The black cord on the side of the computer. Huh? Is it what? Let's unplug it and plug yours back in. We're good.
Hear me?
All right, guys, welcome to the show. This is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast, and today is Sunday Fun Day. So, hey, man, you guys sit back and relax, and let's join the show. Enjoy the show. Hey, tonight, guess where I'm at? I'm back in the great state of Kentucky, the Bluegrass state, man. You know what? I am in Kentucky so much. I'm thinking maybe I should go buy a home there.
There you go, buddy. You're always welcome.
And actually, I'm thinking about, if it's available, buying that land. I forgot the name of that family where the aliens landed right in front of their house and they started.
Right out of Hopkinsville, Tennessee. Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How far is that from you guys?
That's
30 minutes.
40 minutes at the most.
Are people still living there? The family's still there?
Yes, they are. And you cannot get in there unless you're a big name. I can tell you right now.
Well, I guess I'm not a big name, but
we're not. We're obviously not. So
no, but I will donate to the society. I mean, I will donate if they let me on there. I mean, that'd be great.
Well, if they do, you let us know and we'll go with you.
Yeah.
That would be great. Hey guys, tonight, man, I have Martin Paranormal Investigations from Madisonville, Kentucky, guys. Dude, there are so many paranormal teams in Kentucky. I don't know what to do. And I think I've reached out to not even half of them that are just bundled up together in this one little state, man. But we're going to get into that, and we're going to figure out why there's so many paranormal teams in that, in Kentucky, and what is really going on up there. But with enough said, like I always do, I tell little people how my weekend was. Well, I had to work today, so I had to stay a little later than usual because nobody wanted to come into work today. But that's okay. So yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I must not did anything because I can't remember doing anything yesterday. But Friday, I had an investigation. It rained here Friday, man. The weatherman said it was supposed to not rain, but it ended up raining, man. It kind of woke me up out of my sleep. All the thunder and lightning, and that kind of canceled our plans to go out and investigate Friday night. So, but I got an opportunity to do some catch up on some things and have some fun with other people, but that's okay because tonight I'm gonna have fun with Micah and his team, Martin Paranormal Investigation. Micah, introduce yourself to the world, brother.
Hello, I'm Micah. This is my wife, Botessa, and this is Tom. This is our best friend, our confidant, our guy that gets us out of all the trouble with the internet.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, you have a lot on your shoulders.
Yes, sir. We surely do.
Well, you know what, man?
He was
Micah,
talking Tom.
personally, this goes out to you because I know that when we talked the first time, you was really hesitant about joining me on the show. So, with my deepest heart, I thank you for allowing me to do this. I really appreciate it. Me allowing me in your harm in your home, and so on and so on, and me getting the opportunity to know you guys, to get to know you guys, and get to know what exactly you guys got. I mean, what you guys got going on up there in Kentucky. Uh, I'm sorry, that's my son talking in the other room.
You're all right.
I'm trying to figure out who he's talking to. And he's talking about getting his hair cut, and all that. Eventually, he's gonna go bald. I got 3 boys, and eventually, somebody's gonna be like me. You know what I'm saying? It's hereditary, so it's gonna happen to one of them. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right. You might hear some cats in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I got one under my bed that's been under there for a month, not knowing what the hell he's doing. You know, we got him, and he don't know the layout of the house, and don't know us. So the first place he did was ran up under my bed. You know, so last week I started smelling stuff like he's pooping up under the bed instead of going to the kitty litter.
Nice.
So I had to lift up the mattress and clean up everything. You know, so he's coming out slowly. Hopefully he'll come out and meow and hang out with me. You know,
He will.
I'll take him.
What's his name?
Cat.
Good name.
My goodness, it makes it simple enough.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he'll be able to come out and go on investigations with us and all that stuff, you know. And I'm just waiting. Hey, everything is waiting on him, man. I mean, hell, I'm providing cat food and kitty litter and all that stuff. He can at least come out.
Hey,
He feels so much.
yeah, but say at least you're not alone the way you feel, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
Hey, we've had cats on investigations with us before.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Oh man, that's great, dude. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Guys, tell the world a little bit about Modern Paranormal, how you guys came to be, how many years of experience you guys have in this crazy community world that we are in right now. And just lay it all on down for me, man. How long you guys been married? You got kids, grandkids? Just the world wants to know all about you guys.
Okay.
Historian telling you all that.
We've been together for what, 9 years?
Longer than that. I've known
No,
him for
just us.
about 10.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. No,
You and I-
think of this, yeah.
Me and Tom been together for 14 years off different teams. And then we started our own team and said, hell with the world, we're going to do this. And we're fact-based. We're not going to embellish anything. We're going to send you our EVPs, our videos, everything that we do. We're 100% going to tell you the truth. What you see, we're not trying to convince you that the paranormal is real. If you're watching our page, watching our YouTube channel, you know something's up. But we're never going to embellish anything. And that's just our fact base. That's how we started this team, was simply to set the truth straight.
Okay.
And then me and you've known each other for 10 years.
And Bo and I are married, and we've known each other for 10 years. We've been married for the last 4 years, and we have grandkids together from different families,
And 4 kids together.
and 4 kids together. But we're the one of the truest teams you'll ever meet in your life because I have no reason to lie to you, and he wouldn't let me lie if I wanted to, which I don't.
Keep him
And
That's a
honest.
fact.
I love that. And she is the one that keeps us straight. So we do
Well,
everything that we can to go out and actually help families. That's what our whole program is set up to do, is to help families that need help,
that's
especially with children.
that's one thing why we're only three instead of 4 and 5 like we used to be, because we found out that somebody was making stuff up, and we just said, no, we're done with that. We're gonna do our own thing.
Okay, well, guys, well, thank you. Like I said, man, Micah, I know you were really, really was thinking like, man, I really don't know if I really want to do this, but but again, thank you for allowing me to come into your house and you can tell, and sharing all your stories and your thoughts on some of the questions I'm going to ask you guys. But with enough said, let's get on with the questions, man. I'm
Yes,
curious to
sir.
know.
We
Uh,
appreciate
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
well, hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, it's all Micah. He's the one that answered the phone when I called, and it's all him. So thumbs up to that guy.
Thank you so much.
Thumbs up to. All right, guys. Now, first question of the day is, why did you guys? Why is it you guys decided to become paranormal investigators? There's many other things that you guys can have a profession in. Why something like this?
Okay, the answer to that is we don't look at it as a profession. We do this strictly to help families,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly families that have small children. That's the whole entire reason for our basis, is to help the people that actually need help, that sometimes maybe the not to throw the churches under the bus, but the churches wouldn't help, couldn't help, wouldn't send somebody to help. But we're here to help ease parents' minds that not everything that they see on television is a demon.
Mm.
But what started you as one?
And me personally, I was terrified as a child, as a small child. And then as I got older, my grandmother would tell me these stories, and my grandmother kind of sent me along this path to see what's out there, open my eyes and see what's happening in our world. And it worked. And I've been doing this. I'm 58 years old. I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, more years than I'd like to even mention. But as a team, we probably have a collected somewhere around 60 years of experience. That's how long we've all three been into this together. So,
A lot of
Was
knowledge.
it with me?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, me?
Yeah.
Oh, because I would sense things when I was a kid, and I had experiences as a kid of things touching me and freaking me out, and I could always feel presence around. And I didn't even really think about doing anything like this till I met Micah and his team at the time. And then I just kind of started investigating with them. It's been interesting.
Okay.
I actually started. Uh, my daughter was kind of more interested than I was, and she introduced me to Micah and the other team. They asked me to look at some evidence, and I pointed some stuff out on the videos that they didn't even see. They're like, "We want you to come with me, with us." So, all right, okay, I'll go. And it just went from there. I've just
Okay.
been part of
Cool.
the team, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Plus, my
And the,
kids had some experiences
and
when
the
they
rest
were,
is history.
yeah,
Hey,
when they were
yes.
kids, they had some experiences in our house that they wanted me to. They were like, "Yeah, this is going on. This is going on." And we actually did an investigation of my house, and we found all kinds of stuff.
So what is your how does your family react to what you guys did?
My family thinks I'm nuts.
Yeah.
No
I
lie. I
tend to see that,
mean,
I kind of get that a lot myself.
yeah,
Mine, I don't know what
yours were open.
they were open to it, yeah.
Mine were just
But
nuts.
they didn't
And,
believe me, I don't think, until it happened to them after they moved here, yeah.
Yeah, my parents were not big enthusiasts, but my kids were like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And they've actually been on investigations.
oh, yeah.
So we got one that's thank you nuts, and you got one that's pretty cool, and you got one that like, eh.
Yeah, pretty
Hey,
much. Yeah.
you know what? Sometimes it works like that.
You
It
know,
does.
Sometimes it works like that. All right, guys. Well, man, paranormal investigating, it's it's really hard if you make it. I mean,
oh
there's,
yeah.
there's a lot of work involved in all this. Sometimes I feel like I got three jobs.
Yeah.
So what do
Mhm.
you guys do to make your life easier when you're out there investigating? And better yet, when you even come home and you got to look at all that footage. What did you guys? I mean, what do you
Oh
guys
God.
do?
Oh,
First off, we're best friends. We love each other. And that makes everything so much easier.
That's true.
Yes, the investigating, that's the fun part. Going through the evidence, that's the hard part. And then having to go back and talk to your client, whoever it be,
it's exciting when you find
that,
evidence.
oh, yes, we love the evidence part just as much as we do actually investigating. But we love going back and telling the client because here we're kind of in the Bible Belt and
Mm-hmm.
television has made it where there's demons everywhere. Everybody has a demon in their house. And when we come back and tell the families that no, you don't actually have a demon in your house, you have an unsettled spirit, or you have, whatever in your house, that makes it so much easier and they understand. And we love helping the families out. And that's the greatest part of this whole job. The actual cost that we foot the bill, yourself, that sucks.
Mhm.
We spend numerous dollars that we probably don't need to spend, but we like doing it. We like helping the families. So, I mean, there it is in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's another thing. Another issue is a lot of people think that we charge for going in investigation. We don't charge anything. That's all on us.
Yeah, but I will take a donation.
That,
We don't even take
we don't even do
donations. I mean, honestly and truly,
We
we
don't
don't.
get offered donations.
We don't get offered donations, but we wouldn't take a donation.
I mean, I've had a
There's
couple.
nothing wrong with that.
Not condemning you, don't get me wrong. I would never condemn anybody, but we have a passion for it that's out of this world, and we love helping whoever we can help. And we get into some really cool places, and a lot of teams may not because they went in with their hand out, and we just don't do that.
Okay, let's talk about your community for a minute. Madisonville, how big is it? And what do they think about you guys as paranormal investigators?
32,000 now.
32,000 is population, so it's fairly small, especially considered anything in Texas. But we kind of have a hard time. I mean, there's probably more churches in Madisonville than there are convenience stores or gas
Oh, wow.
stations. So, I mean, they kind of snob their nose at you most of the time. And then a lot of times, which today with all the drug scene and all that, people call us, and sometimes we just have to say no because they they're just too outlandish.
Mm,
And we'll go knock on the door, we'll talk to the people, but we have turned around and left because there's just the drugs are too much. They're too prevalent anymore. And maybe that's inducing the paranormal, or maybe that's hurting the paranormal. But my
Interesting.
team is first and will never put anybody in harm's way just to investigate.
I
Talking
understand that.
about the Hopkinsville
Yeah.
investigation where we showed up and this lady was just offered, I don't know, she was out in left field somewhere and she was on something or doing something
Yes.
and leaving and coming back. And we just finally just said, nah, we're done. We'll kick off.
Lesson learned. Yeah.
Wow. So, how many of your cases, if you can give me a percentage on how many of your cases that have been like that?
Probably really low. I'm going to say maybe 3% at the most.
That's what I was going to say.
3%? Okay, cool.
Yes. And we've been very lucky on that, but we're kind of selective too. I mean, we don't just take any case, but we will talk to anybody. When they call, day or night, we answer the phones, we talk to them, we see what's going on, and then we'll go talk to them in person. But that doesn't mean that we're just going to hop in any case, because anymore you just don't know that. And these are my best friends, so I'm not ever going to put them in danger. They
Okay.
come first before anybody.
Sometimes it's a difference.
That being said, as far as the community and churches and all that, more often than not, we do pray ourselves in and pray
Mhm.
ourselves out.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
either individually or as a group. We do that.
Interesting. Okay, so your community sometimes makes or break a paranormal team.
Absolutely.
You know,
Our community doesn't really
We hadn't had a lot
endorse it,
inside of Madison.
but they don't really like.
they don't
go
really
against
deal
it.
with it either.
Yeah.
Are you guys the only team in Madisonville?
Well, we got two others.
Two others, yes.
And how do you guys do you have you open your arm or your hand to them and share things with them, or do you just like
No, we have tried in the past, and
Well, you used to be on.
I used to be on the other
Turn
team
around.
that's here in town,
No,
and
Tom was.
it
Tom was too.
just say Coast Adventures kind of run the paranormal around this area, because a lot of teams want to be famous. And this is our first podcast in, say, 15 years. And I didn't want to do it because we have no need to be famous. We want to be able to go in and help people and help them live their lives and get better with their lives. That we don't need, all the hype that's around it. And the television shows
No
have made it
provoking. We don't provoke.
never provoke.
Now, one thing I can agree with you that Hollywood has played a big role on what people think about us. A big role in how people, whether we agree with it or not, the way that they investigate now.
Yes, absolutely.
It's amazing how all this has just turned itself completely around in a short time. So me myself, I do blame Hollywood for 85, maybe 90% of what's going on in our community. But with that said, I blame the other 10% on certain individuals, who, like you say, are want to be a little bit more great than what they are. Or
Exactly.
if they want to follow a certain team that was on TV once, because one thing I do notice, guys, there is a lot of ghost hunters runoffs. I'm calling runoffs because everybody ghost hunter there's always seems somebody is affiliated with Ghost Hunter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you got this team that, sometimes they'll say, well, man, we're officially partners with Ghost Hunters. We go by their rules. We go by this and that. But, I got into the biggest argument with the team. Was it Iowa? And they were ghost, man. They loved the Ghost Hunters, man. And I'm like, I just threw it out there, guys. And I'm like, hey, do you guys think Ghost Hunters ever faked anything?
There you go.
It went left quick.
I'll put it to you this way. If you show me a team that finds something on every investigation, yeah, there's a problem.
Yeah, it went left quick, dude. They told me if I was to say anything negative about Ghost Hunters again, they would end the podcast. And
wow.
Yes, they
Wow.
were adamant. So I'm like, well, you got no, you're not going to end the podcast. We made an agreement, and you're going to come on, and you're going to participate, and you're going to answer the questions.
Yeah,
and they should be
well, like I
open
said,
to that.
you show me a team that always goes out and always finds something, that team has an issue.
So
that's all I'll say about it.
2 of the members got up and left. The other member finished up the podcast.
Oh wow!
And it wasn't a good. I've been podcasting for the last 2, maybe 3 years, and that's probably the worst show I've ever had.
Says hi.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's up, South Texas? How you guys doing tonight down there? I hope things are going fine. Are you guys able to see the comments that are popping in?
Yes, sir.
All right, so hey, what's up, Cheryl? How you doing in South? Cheryl is from down there, man. I know it's hot down there in South Texas. I hope things are going great down there, man. I appreciate your support and all that stuff. Dana 2712 from Kick. Hey, what's going on over there on Kick, man? Appreciate you guys. Checking out the show, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But with that said, guys, let's stick with Hollywood for a moment. I don't know if you guys been catching up with the latest gossip.
I'll be right back. He's coming right back. Sorry.
About the latest gossip about the doll that that it's on tour.
Yes.
The doll that's on tour.
Yeah.
Oh, they put Annabelle on tour, didn't they?
Yeah, the Annabelle doll on tour. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's not real.
Somebody needs money.
Yeah. I think it's just a money grab, but it's not real smart if it's a truly possessed doll.
Yes, I totally agree. I think they were charging like $75 a person.
Wow. I didn't know they were charging that kind of money, but that's ridiculous.
A doll that dangerous, would you want to have out? Whether it's in a case or not.
No,
it should be left where it was.
But
I think they do. I watched them change the case and where they did the cleaning, to repair on the case.
But
they did all kinds of.
Here's the big question that I have for you guys. A lot of conspiracy theorists are saying that is not the original doll. What do you guys think about that?
I kind of thought the same thing.
Yes. I kind of think she went for money.
Well, I think that because isn't there another Conjuring movie coming out?
Yeah.
You know what, man?
I thought maybe they were doing that for the,
for the movie.
For the money and to get the attention for the movie, Just my thought.
Well, I've never watched those movies.
Oh, really?
Nuh-uh.
Well, there's made more spectacular things.
Yes. And then the
base of the story is
there, but
yeah,
what do you think?
It's weird because a lot of people believe that doll, man, actually did what it did, and if that doll is that dangerous, why even put it on display?
I thought the same
Yeah.
thing.
That's a very good question.
Why? I mean, it wouldn't have even been the doll. It would have been supposedly what was possessing the doll, you know? So who's to even say it's with the doll anymore?
Exactly. You know, the way things are today, man, spirits jump around from body to body.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, whatever was in the Annabelle doll might be in goddamn, he might be in the UK by now. You really don't know.
You didn't
Absolutely.
know.
Yeah.
Or we even, went wherever he went, back to where he, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, things happen for a reason. And you
Yeah.
know, and it happens in spare moment. I mean, one moment, bam, something happens. Next minute, gone. You never know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
I
know, but
agree.
We've seen that several times, many
yeah,
times.
And it sat
Jonah,
there forever, and
Jonah,
then they moved it. Yeah.
yeah, John. Let me ask you a question, brother. And I ask everybody this: uh, if I was to take a jet and come up there to Madisonville, Kentucky, and I was to come sit on your porch, and we were sitting out there drinking, having a good time, drinking some of that good old fashioned KD. I don't know if y'all drink KD up there, but hell, I'll drink it down here. Yeah, it's some hard stuff, but hey,
Yeah.
I drink it. But you know, if I was to say, I'm going to show you everything that you want to know about the paranormal investigating, everything you ever know, everything you ever wonder about the other side, everything. I want to leave I don't want to leave no turns untouched when a question that you want to ask. I want to be able to answer it and give you the question, the honest answer. Well, is that good enough for you? Or would you want more? Knowing that I came up there and I gave you all my knowledge of what is going on in this world and in the next, what to prepare yourself for when it's your time to go, what these people are dealing with in the spirit world day after day after day. Is that good enough for you to say, hey, I know everything what I need to know. I'm gonna put it down. I'm satisfied. Or would you want more?
No, sir. I tell you, I wanted more. I want to see what's behind the veil. I want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen. And that's that's just the investigator in me.
Oh, you got that hunt in you. I like that.
I kind of agree with what Mike said.
Yeah, I do too, really.
It wouldn't be that I didn't know. It would be just
Well, why is it
like
this
we're
way?
like
Why?
Why know just a little bit? Why not know as much as you can find out? And that's what we try to do as investigators is try and find out as much as we can possibly find out.
It's
yeah,
better.
go back to trying to help other people.
Yes.
Yes.
Still trying to help them figure it out.
Okay. Hi, Cody. How you doing, man? From North Carolina, Flatline Paranormal. How you guys doing over there?
Hi, Cody.
Hey, I'll be headed that way soon. Hey, matter of fact, I'll be calling you next week. So have that. Pick up that phone. You know, guys, a lot of people, we get criticized. People think that we go into these locations in the house and we tell these people what they want to hear.
No, sir.
And I totally agree with you. You know, we don't tell them what they want to hear. We tell them what they need to hear.
Exactly.
We tell anybody that wants to join our team right up front. If we find out you're making anything up, you're out. We don't put up with it.
Exactly. I don't put up with it either. That's that I do not tolerate. Well, thank you.
I have told as many people that no, there's nothing here. as I have, yes, there is something here. And most people don't want to hear, no, there's nothing here
Hmm.
because they watch the TV shows. They know there's something. Well, not every place is haunted.
Exactly.
And
So why do people think that every place, every location is haunted? You know,
Like
here,
like you said, the Hollywood.
the
yeah,
biggest
All
thing
those
is
teams go out and they always find something. There's always a demon or a ghost or
More
something there.
exciting.
yes,
As
your
you
life is
know,
boring, so therefore you
yeah.
want some excitement.
Well, as you know, it's not as exciting as they show on TV when you're investigating.
Right.
There's a lot of dead time there, and
Mm,
and I mean, things could be happening, but you don't know that later till you're doing the
review.
evidence review. Sorry.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
now. Do you guys, when you guys get a phone call, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you guys pick up that phone and say hello?
I don't know. He answers the phone, so
We ask who's involved in the home,
Wait,
are there
your car,
children,
Joe.
and if there's a child present, then that kind of goes to the front of our list.
But what goes to your mind when the phone's ringing?
When the phone rings, is man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but you know what? Somebody called me, so I'm gonna talk to them. And I've sat and talked to them for 4 or 5 hours from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning, trying to make them feel better. And then I set up a time and a date and we meet. And then I kind of evaluate the person from there. And then we go, I tell the other team, update them, and then we go from there.
Is it possible that you can evaluate a person just by talking to them?
I think so, yes. I can.
She can.
I know it sounds crazy, but I can see a picture of a person sometimes and feel how they are. I mean, I don't mean I'm always right. Don't
Right.
mean I'm dead set on that. I don't mean I won't give them a chance, but 99% of the time I've been right on a person.
I give them the
I
chance.
think everybody has I mean, everybody, not just people, even the people that don't believe in it. I think everybody has abilities that they may not recognize. And the more you realize what yours can be, you start realizing you're doing something there. I can sense a person's personality when I'm around them or even talking to them, or like I said, a picture. But not everybody can. Maybe their ability is something different. But I do believe that. It just
Now,
depends on if you are able to or not.
this is the biggest question a lot of people can't seem to answer. And sometimes I'll sit and I'll wonder the same thing. Why come people don't believe?
Yeah, I thought that too. I'm thinking, has nothing happened to even you can believe in the Bible and God, never seeing any of it and understanding it or believing it in your heart, but you can't believe this other stuff that could be going on.
Right.
I mean, or they are in denial. That's my opinion, but I don't know about these
Yeah,
two.
I agree with her.
And it's crazy because you have in talking about the Bible, there are people out there, their main goal in life is to prove that everything in the Bible is wrong.
Yes.
Mm,
well, if you go by the Bible, because I've studied that quite a bit on spirits and you go by the Bible, it just states that yes, there are spirits that roam the earth, but they are either angels or demons.
Mm.
So that's
Now, do you
And
believe
some
that?
people believe. Do you believe this?
I believe I try to believe what the Bible says, but I've seen some things that kind of don't go along with it.
Interesting.
I don't believe that personally. I believe it's either that. I do believe they're in the good and bad spirits.
Well, that
And
goes along
yeah,
like witches have familiars, and in the Bible, familiars are explained as a spirit that is familiar to you,
right,
and the angel or the demon will manifest as a familiar.
Is
right.
Is it possible that the Bible can be misinterpreted by something?
Yes,
Absolutely, yes.
I believe that.
That could be.
Very much so. And I mean, you can look at the miracles Jesus performed, and why wasn't that considered witchcraft?
And why come? And I, the biggest question that I have is when the great flood came and Noah put all these animals in the ark. You know, great thing.
Yeah.
But great thing. But you guys know where I'm going with this.
I would have been so hungry. I am not kidding, man. I'm telling you.
So the thing is, how me personally, I don't think it was just a. I don't think it was a boat.
No, the Titanic,
Think
maybe.
about the time period then.
I
Think
don't
about
think
how big the world was then.
it's just
I'm
something.
just saying, I'm with you.
World's the same size as the
But a
Sunaway.
flood back then possibly could just been in that region,
Yes,
you know. And
regional flood.
another thing, since you brought up the Noah's Ark, why is our life so important, but we are happy to kill anything else that God created? You know,
That goes back to
say it.
that goes back to creation and man having dominion over the earth and the animals.
Yes, it does. But what shouldn't we
Well,
respect
you open up a
God's
whole
creation?
can of worms.
All right, new subject. New subject.
Oh my God. That
I'm just
was,
an animal lover saying.
hey, she said, say it.
Just saying.
That was a good one. You
No
know,
wonder y'all put me in the middle.
These kind of conversations is what we.
This is normal.
This is normal for us.
Doing this. Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
what I don't understand is there's so much evidence out here. I mean, paranormal teams are putting so much evidence out. Whether, skeptics go in to and they analyze it and they debunk it and they swear at God it was, photoshopped and all that stuff. But half the things that are out here today, some of that can't be debunked.
No, not at all. No.
Some of
I
it,
actually, Micah and one of our former team members did a whole video. What was it, 30, 45 minute
Yeah.
video on how to create these things and make them look real.
We told everybody from the get-go that this is faked. Everything is fake, and we did it, and it looked completely believable. And we had people come on and say, "No, you didn't fake that. That actually happened." And I mean, really, I just told you it was fake. I told you when I come on, I'm not going to tell you a lie. I'm going to tell you the truth. And this is my truth. This is what we caught. But this, I truly faked. And when I look at a video, I wonder, can I make that video? Can I recreate that video? And if I can, then I have a problem with it. But if it's something phenomenal and I cannot figure out how to do it, which I'm not a genius, don't get me wrong. I don't claim to be. But I want to know how these videos are done. And Photoshop, is the killer of the paranormal right now because so many teams are doing it to become famous, and it sucks.
AI is going to make it even worse.
Absolutely.
that is a conversation within itself. I can talk about AI on how things are going to rapidly evolve in the paranormal community. AI, hell, would be able to tell us if there's something in that corner or not. Now, if that do comes to pass, what happens to the average paranormal investigator who seeks to go and figure these things out on his own instead of having a artificial intelligence telling you, hey, there's a spirit.
Exactly.
Well, not only that, it's going to be able to create things that aren't there.
Yeah, a
Yes.
little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think to the average person that wants to go out and hunt, it'll either scare them to death to where they won't if it's a fake thing, or it could probably have branches out of either or. You'll want to go one direction and find out the truth for yourself, or you'll want to be scared because you don't know if you want to know what's out there.
Now, you just mentioned something that we're going to talk about here in a minute. Photoshop. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, guys, a lot of people are confused between ghost hunters, paranormal investigators. Do you think we're one with two different names? Or do you think we're one big happy family?
I'm going to answer this because we're nothing special. We're paranormal investigators and we're ghost hunters. We go in and do the same job. We do our best. We never fake. And if you want to believe it, that's awesome. But it's not my job to make you believe something that you're not going to believe.
But the
And in reality, none of us know
exactly.
the thing. We don't know. You know, people like, oh, well, this is how this is. This is how we don't. We don't know. None of us really know until.
The problem is, guys, people are mistaking ghost hunters for paranormal. People think ghost hunters, we just go out and we hunt ghosts. We don't do the logistics. We don't do the history. There's so much involved in paranormal investigating compared to ghost hunting.
Absolutely.
You know,
I see what you're saying.
Ghost hunters to me, I think they're two different individuals.
People, they mean, I see what you're saying.
You're correct on this, but you're not going to hurt our feelings by calling us either or.
But I think a lot of people, like you're saying, think that ghost hunters were like those are the hillbillies of it. And the investigators are the more refined version of it.
Right.
And you do more work and stuff, yes.
But look at the television show Ghost Hunters. They had cast members actually running down the hall screaming. I would have fired somebody's ass so quick they wouldn't have screamed again in their life.
They would have finished that investigation and been gone.
No, they would have left then. Because my guys, not that we're brave, not that we're not afraid, but we run into things that scare the shit out of us sometimes. But we do this because we have the passion, we have the love, we have the determination, we have the desire. And we're not going in for thrills. That's not the reason we do this.
But here's the question that I have for you. Now, as a ghost hunter, I'm not saying, as a ghost hunter, let's say that figure that you were just talking about comes towards you. As a ghost hunter, are you going to run away from that figure, or are you going to run towards that figure? Now, as a paranormal,
running toward it.
I want to know what it is.
Okay,
I think all three of us have actually gone toward it instead of
So we've all had so many weird experiences, and we went towards it.
But don't get us wrong. We're not these brave, blazing assholes that you see on television. We have left investigations because something was messing with her.
To protect them.
We have left investigations because she was being picked on, and we're not going to put a team member in jeopardy.
But I hate that because I feel like I ruin it all for everybody, and I'm not one of those. Oh, it's coming after me. It's not that way for me. I will go towards it, but he's just protecting.
I'm her husband. I'm the team lead. She's going to do what I tell her.
Oh, you told me now, huh?
In reality, I protect him. It's me. It's all me.
Hey, you know what, Jonah?
We got her hands full now.
I cannot protect you from her, okay? She's gonna get you.
You can't send her back to Texas.
She's gonna get you once you get off the show. I'm telling you.
She will. I promise you. But I'm going to tell you right now, these two right here, I would take to hell and back and not have any doubt that they would stand by my side the whole time. Not that I would ask them to, but they would never leave my side because they know I'm not going to turn around and leave. So they're going to be right there with me. And sometimes that's stupid, yes. And you're going to have a lot of people come on and say, hey, there's times to leave and there's times to stay.
Right.
But I'm just that damn hard-headed that I'm going to stay and they're not going to leave me.
Well,
And in the past, the 10 teams we've had, they've all ran. They've left a team member. And this will never happen.
We never go alone anywhere either. That's a rule we have. Somebody always has to be in pairs.
well, you know what?
Kind of hard to do.
Well, we throw Tom out. We let him go off by himself, but you know.
How many times have you been on investigation and have you actually physically been hurt, scratched, hit, kicked, bit, whatever?
To be honest with you, probably once or twice. I've never been
scratched once.
I've never been bit, but I've had some situations where things happened to me, and yeah, I was in the hospital for a week.
Wow,
that's horrible.
You're the first one I've ever talked to that I can consider honest and tell me that I would have no doubt that you actually went to the hospital.
Yeah,
I've heard many teams tell this, and well, I got bit, and I've seen guys on my own team at the past teams that got scratched, and I knew there's no way in the world they got scratched. They didn't get hit. They didn't get bruised.
But the biggest, but the biggest question is when the doctors ask you what's wrong with you, you can't tell them.
Right.
Because they
don't think you're nuts.
They'll have you locked up.
Yeah.
They'll hold you over for a psych eval.
Well, you've gotten sick.
Yeah.
You've attributed it to that. Yeah.
I had a location. I've been there numerous times, Weldon Manor, and I have been sick as a dog from the first time I went to this location to the last time I went to this location. And it's from the actual location, the entity in the location, that has made me sick. I came down with ulcerative colitis, and people say I'll boil, but in my mind, that's what actually happened. That's where I got it from, was this one location that has, and I would go back tomorrow if they'd let us back in. Well, it went from being, and we love Weldon Manor, don't get us wrong, but it went from being really cheap to out of our budget right now. And that's the only reason we don't go back.
So you disagree on this pay to play type thing they got going on now?
No, we dig it, but we're the three. What you see is this is us.
Yeah.
We don't have the blow money to spend $500 to go to a location or
we would be
$1,800.
going. Don't get us wrong. If we had that money, we would go. Yeah. So more power to the people that can go. Yeah.
3.5 hours from Waverly Hills.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing to go. Yes.
Just because it costs so much money to go there.
Yeah, I'll totally agree with you. That's why I love you know what? I love Texas because there is so much to cover.
Yeah.
And you won't bump into the same paranormal teams.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to so many locations where nobody has been into.
Yeah, that's the one thing about living here is like they'll complain about a 4-hour drive, and I'm thinking a 4-hour drive, I'd still be in Texas.
Well, they have a 10-hour drive. You still
exactly.
Yeah,
he don't feel that way anymore.
No, I don't.
He's gone to Texas a few times with me, but yeah.
I just
it's like our state is a shape. If you look at it, it looks like a fried chicken leg. So.
KFC.
You know you can get through a fried chicken leg way faster than you get through the whole chicken.
Oh boy.
They're in nutmeg.
Oh, she's killing me. Hey, I like her. She's
It's
so
the truth.
sweet.
Don't make her head bigger, please.
Mix it in here.
Oh, luckily a lot of us do the preview that had experience crazy. Well,
I do believe things like that can happen.
Yeah.
Yes. That's horrible. Coughing blood. That's awful. I'm so
ugh,
sorry.
that is horrible right there. Ugh.
Yeah, it's horrible. And I do believe things do happen. And it's just so hard to fathom, especially if it hadn't happened to you, you know. But
Especially at
I
3 a.m.
know weird things have happened to us, not
Yeah.
necessarily afflictions, but seeing things. I mean, they've seen my doppelganger several times, and
Sorry.
we're here.
Hmm.
What are you doing? Did you need to get up, Tom?
No.
Oh, Tom didn't need to get
We
up.
went, and if you ever get to Kentucky, you holler at us.
Yeah.
We have our favorite.
I've
This
had
is places.
I've had so many invites, man, to
Well, you have a formal invite. You can stay with us. This is our favorite place. This is our home. It's called Copper Canyon Ranch. They make old Western movies, and this is one of the most haunted locations you're ever going to go. We've been going for 16 years, 17 years, and this place is the most awesome place you could possibly go. We were
interesting.
on investigation one night. She didn't feel good. She was sitting outside the saloon. She was sitting on the actual steps by the old cowboy swinging doors, and she's minding her own business. We're walking around. I made her promise she wasn't going to move. Tom and I are walking around, and I look in the window, and I see her standing holding a flashlight.
Mm.
Tom saw her too. And I said, man, I'm fixing to get her ass. She was supposed to be sitting. So we went around the building. There's no boat. Bo's sitting on the steps where we left her, exactly where she was supposed to be. But he and I both saw her doppelganger, and I would swear on a stack of Bibles, on a polygraph, anything you want to put in front of me.
Pretty much at the other end of the opposite end of the building.
Yes.
So there was no way she ran back by the time we
No.
got back around.
And this place is by far the coolest place.
You should. They'd like Copper Canyon.
And Tim, the owner of it, he is the most genuine guy you'd ever meet in
It's
your
a
life.
town, isn't it?
Yes, it's in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Look it up, people, because this should be on your want to go list
Just
right here.
around Hopkins.
There you go,
And Tim
people.
will work with you.
There you go. You guys heard it, man. Check out Copper Canyon's Ranch, man, in Kentucky. You
Yes,
guys-
sir.
Hey, North Carolina, you guys are a lot closer than I am. You guys should be.
I'd like to go
We're-
there.
We're actually thinking about trying to go to North Carolina and check out some lighthouses and
There you go. Hey,
places.
hey, First Line Paranormal, those guys are top notch. I'm pretty sure they would show you a good time. How far is
We
it?
would love it.
What's
We have always wanted any team that wants to come down, and we will do our best to accommodate you and get you in the few locations that we have.
What, y'all got some good
Right.
barbecue over there?
It's all right.
decent barbecue?
It's not
Not
great.
like I'm
But
used to, and I'm from Texas, so
Oh Lord.
I'm not gonna lie to you about the food.
the Mexican food here too. If you're from Texas, Just
They got
saying.
Mexican food in Kentucky?
Yeah, and there's one place that's good
What?
that I have found, and it's here in Madisonville.
So what
But-
is it called? I mean, down here it's called Tex-Mex. What is it? K-Mex?
Exactly. There's no Tex-Mex here.
Oh,
Help me, people. Send me Tex-Mex.
There's no Wolf Brand chili.
Oh,
What kind of chili are you? Oh man, don't tell me y'all use.
I know it. I'm telling you. There's this tomatillo though. It's really out of this world.
Tomatillo is awesome, guys.
Best hot sauce I've tasted, and it's real Mexican, but it's not Tex-Mex. And golly, I would even die for some pasta ole right now.
So what do I do if I want one of those giant
I will
burrito.
make you some. How about that? I can make it pretty good, but go find it any good. Yeah. We'll take you to Dos Copas. That's
Yeah.
the best place here.
Where is that
Yeah,
at?
no one here likes it, but me and like it because that's the closest thing to Tex-Mex here.
Man, there's nothing like a good Tex-Mex and a good cold beer to go with it.
I agree.
Amen.
Golly. You know what? I'm going to have to bring Tex-Mex to
You
Kentucky.
can't come here even if it's old. I want to at least smell the
Couple
remnants.
coolers worth.
Man, you know what?
That's
I'm going to come
cool.
up there and open up a barbecue place.
There you go. And serve Tex-Mex.
Hey, we can cook barbecue by day and investigate by night.
That
Hey,
was
I
fun.
love it.
Oh yeah,
That
right
would
up
be,
my alley.
be so cool.
it would be.
That would be cool.
Like I said, if we invite other teams, we would do our best to show you our hospitality. We're not pretentious. What you see is you get three goofballs that like to have a good time. And
Apparently, with the green
where that's so stupid.
screen.
I would honestly put our team up against anybody in the world as far as EVPs.
No one knows what we really look like.
Oh,
On any investigation, and no lie, we have anywhere from 50 to 100 EVPs or more, depending on how many hours we actually spend at a location. But I'm talking class A. I'm not talking something that you have to pretend that you understand or because we throw it away. If you can't understand it from the get-go, then we're not going to put it on.
Not saying it wasn't there.
No, I'm not saying that. And don't get me wrong, people. Don't be sending me hate mail, but I would put us against any team in the world as far as EVPs go.
ooh, oh man, you
I would-
called them out. Oh my
I would
God.
say, I welcome it. I welcome it.
All right, guys.
You
Hey, you guys heard this. You've heard it. This man says he'd go against any of your
We're getting
EVPs.
this hot seat over here for a minute.
If you got a Class A EVP, this man said he's the one that he got something better. So hey,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can understand it.
understand.
As a Class A.
He can okay. Well, you know what? I'm waiting to see on that one because I'm a little curious.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to compete with anybody because I honestly don't care.
That's our
But
best, though, is EVP.
that's where we shine. We shine at EVPs and we put many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into EVPs.
So we would love to hear other EVPs too.
So where else does Modern Paranormal like to investigate besides residential? What are you guys up to besides?
Where else have we been?
We've been to radio stations. We've been to local restaurants. We've been to the local Kmart, which was
Kmart?
shut down at the time. Kmart.
What
Believe
the-
it or not, Kmart was freaking awesome. We have
Well,
been to every graveyard in this area.
Number 9 or something.
Yeah, we've been to several different graveyards. Getting ready to do another one soon.
And yes, people say graveyard, boo-hoo, but we have,
Hell's Half Acre. We've been there.
you know,
Yeah, if you know the story of Hell's Half Acre, we've been to that area several times.
We're kind of
but we're kind of jacks of all trades and masters of none. If it's really slow, then we'll go find some place to actually investigate.
our own houses have been haunted even.
Yes,
So,
true.
Tell them about my basement.
Kmart.
Not much Kmart investigate. Tell them about the Kmart one.
We went to Kmart. They were in the process of shutting the Kmart down. And one of the guys that was on the team at the time said, "Hey, we can get it at Kmart." And I thought, you gotta be freaking nuts, man. Kmart.
Oh, too. We did them all.
We went to Kmart. Cops are strolling by, you know, all these flashlights bopping through there. They didn't bother us. Okay, so cool. So man, Kmart turns live like 11 o'clock at night. From 11 o'clock till like 4 o'clock in the morning, Kmart was pounding. I mean, blue light specials everywhere. That place was nuts.
Mm.
And of course, then we find out, well, and I don't advise this, but then we find out, hey, we weren't supposed to be in there. So all of our Kmart evidence kind of went out the window because it was illegal. And we make sure that we get permission before we go anywhere. That's the only way that we do it because we're paranormal investigators, ghost hunters. We don't do this to go to jail. So I don't advise it, believe me. I actually almost got a ticket, no doubt. You know who Edgar Cayce is?
Mm-mm.
The psychic, famous psychic.
No,
From the
I
40s,
don't
50s.
think so.
Well, he's super famous. He's buried in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, about 40 minutes away. Me and my team were on investigation. It was a dud. We left. And that's before these. We roll in to this massive graveyard. I have like a 2-inch flashlight holding it out the window, looking for this gravesite. 50 pulls up, pops on the blues, and wants to take me to jail for spotlighting in a graveyard.
What?
Now, I wish to God I would have got that ticket so I could framed it in my office.
Them about you mentioned like the mall, Godfathers and the mall.
Oh, shit.
We've done Godfathers, we've done our local mall. I mean, we're not above anything or below anything. Where we think there might be evidence, we'll go.
You guys done Godfather's Pizza?
Many
In the mall.
times. Yeah.
It was in the local mall.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They
Got
shut
some-
things down here 30 years ago.
Yeah, we got some pretty good
No,
evidence
we
there.
just have the one where they make the pizza in there. You don't go in and eat, but this is the old Godfathers.
Wow. Hey, I like deep dish.
Hey, I do too, brother. I like pizza. I'm right there with you.
Well,
Now,
that's
guys,
one of the best- Oh, go ahead.
as you were saying, you mentioned the word cemetery is blah blah blah. Man, I can't help but I caught some of the best evidence in a cemetery. And people always tell me, man, cemeteries is just places where people just go, where they just go, there's nothing there. And I can take you, for you non-believers out there, that's thinking that cemeteries are just places where the dead rest.
Missing something.
You're missing
Yeah.
a couple of screws in your head. Because
Tell them what you saw that you and Bonnie saw at the cemetery that time. Little boy's face.
cemeteries,
Oh, we've had a little
Very
boy. We were in the corner of a graveyard, and this little boy kept coming out of the weeds towards us. We had, it sounded like a linebacker was rushing toward us. The investigator left me by myself. I'm
Oh, wow.
bracing to get hit by this linebacker, and when it gets like 2 steps from me, it dissipates.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was at
Funeral.
Yeah, cemeteries
I know
are.
what you're talking about.
If you guys,
That's the one where I couldn't walk up into the
Mm.
cemetery at
Yeah.
that time. Something was
Yeah.
keeping me from walking up
hey,
in there.
I love cemeteries, man. They are some of
We
the
do too.
most restful places I've ever been.
But be mindful and get permission.
Definitely.
Well, see,
Plain and simple.
it's weird because states vary on whether
Mhm.
you can enter a cemetery. Down here in Texas, and Bo, you might can contest to this. Our cemetery is open to the public 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I
They
pretty
are.
much are too, but if 50 rolls up,
If it's Mike, it'll look out.
Oh well, you know what? We actually had a Blanco. No, what was that? Blanco County? No, we actually had a county sheriff run up on us at Baby Head Cemetery out in Lampasas. Yeah, I think that was Lampasas,
Oh,
Texas. And if you guys know anything about Babyhead Cemetery, uh, very historic location. The Native Americans told the settlers, "Quit coming." The settlers kept coming. The only way that the Native Americans can stop them from coming is to do what? Is to make themselves known and prove a point.
oh, okay.
So what they did is they got a family, chopped all their heads off, babies included.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Set an example. And the little girl, I think that's the only child that is buried in that cemetery from the original murder is her. The rest of the family is unknown.
Wow.
Wow.
That's horrific.
You know, so we go there, and what's so crazy about it is most of the people in that cemetery are children.
Really. I've never, now what's it called again?
Babyhead, yeah,
Baby head.
Babyhead
Okay. No,
Cemetery.
I've never heard of that one. I know do you know where Lake Buchanan is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that area, but
And it's right on the other side of Lake Buchanan.
okay. Well, I know that area, but I've never heard that cemetery. But this is before I did all this,
Yeah,
so yeah. So yeah,
and
that's pretty interesting.
somebody actually, because Babyhead Cemetery is actually a historical marker, so therefore it's open to the public. We were there, and man, these people went driving by. They seen our cars out there. They called the sheriff. Sheriff came down and said, "Hey," and you know me, and I said, "Hey," and he was like, "What are y'all doing?" And I said, "Come find out." So I met him halfway, and he was like, "Are y'all investigators?" And I said, "Yeah." And at that time, I heard what were the people that they talked to on the walkies?
Dispatch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dispatch.
the dispatch had said something about it. Oh, and he goes back and like, "Oh yeah, these are paranormal investigators," and they say, and they said, "Oh, that's a big 10-4. Y'all have a good night out there." But his co-pilot, I call him a co-pilot, his partner, which was a black guy, did not even want to get out the damn car and go down there.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I've talked to several black people, and they're like, "Nope, I don't want to have anything to do with it."
Nope.
You got to. My son-in-law is black.
Have you seen that
Him,
movie?
I'm going to check this place out. Come on with me. He's like, "Nope,
Nope.
I'm not going. You can't drag me in there."
Yeah, but he did not want to get out. Well, he ended up getting out of the cop car to back up his partner, but he did not. He didn't go in the
You
gate.
didn't want to
He did
paranormal.
not come
Oh,
in the gate.
funny.
And what's so crazy about it? The guy that came down there hung out with us for like good 20 minutes,
Oh wow.
investigating with us. And he's like, "Man, you got this, you got that," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got all the devices that that you've probably seen on TV, and some you haven't." So he was, man, he went down, and I ended up losing my flashlight down there. We all came back up to the gate, and he's like, "Man, I forgot my Oh man, I forgot my flashlight. Oh man, let's go back down there and get it." Okay.
So funny.
But we end up taking a big group picture together, man. I mean, that's the only
That's
time
pretty
I
cool.
cross a sheriff. Other than that, Austin. The only problem. I'll take it back. The only cemetery that we can't get into, at least not during the night, is the state cemetery.
Oh really?
Where all the big wigs are at, the state senator,
Yeah.
the governors.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I really don't think they're buried there.
I don't know. I've never actually been to Austin. I've been as far as San Antonio, and that's as far as I've been.
Yeah,
Grew up in Lubbock and moved up to Perrington and went down to Odessa. went to San Antonio, Lake Buchanan, but that's
Yeah,
and
it's
lived in
weird because
Dallas. Yeah.
I
okay,
think
if
the
you are, let's say if your family, you got your cousin is or one of your family members is the governor, and would you want them in that state cemetery, or would you want them
Solid
buried,
somewhere. Yeah.
or would
Exactly.
you want them with the family?
Right. I
I
would
would
think
want
they
them
would go with the family.
with the
Yeah.
family because
Right.
if the roles were reversed, your family could not get in that cemetery.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why
No,
not
I
just make it
agree.
for everybody?
And Texas is so weird like that. I mean, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You got Governor White. I mean, there's so many people that we. It's crazy how people will spend thousands of dollars for a headstone on somebody who's not even there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To hide the
To
fact
hide
that they're
it.
not there. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't get that either.
I don't
I don't
understand
get
it.
rich people though.
Oh yeah, of course, because I couldn't afford.
I don't know.
Hell,
I
I
don't
couldn't
know.
afford. There is no way I can afford to even have a plot in the
Yeah.
state cemetery. Now
Nah.
you go bury me in the corner back there in a regular. Hey, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I told him to just throw me in a ditch, you know. I'll be all right.
Don't be
take me about 50 miles out in the ocean, dump me out.
Dump him. We're
Dump
just
me.
gonna dump Tom.
because we're not there anyway.
That's right.
That's the biggest mystery.
That's
That's
what
why
it is.
we're
That's what I was
paranormal.
saying earlier. We don't really know what happens after this. You know, we really don't. None of it.
I guess
Mm.
that's one of the reasons everybody wants to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
some claim they know and don't know, but in
Everybody,
reality, none of us know until it happens.
everybody. So every it says that everybody have a near death experience. Do you guys believe that?
I believe they do.
They
I think
said
some people
I've never
do.
had one.
Mike has actually died. And I have too, but I didn't have anything either. But it was a brief time. Micah was dead for what?
4 minutes, and mine was just black, and that was it.
mm, well,
But I
maybe
don't doubt the people that say they have. I don't doubt that.
No.
I
I
mean,
don't
but
have.
no, wait a minute. I had another one. I had a seizure once, and I died. I think I felt my heart stop, and when it stopped, and I don't know if it was the brain playing tricks on me or not. It's like I was flying and I flew over a pack of wolves somewhere in the Arctic, it seemed, or in the cold area, and then I saw this bright white light, and I saw just a man standing there with this real tall urn, a golden urn, and he was in a white robe, and you couldn't see his face. And I said no, and I flew back into my body, and that's all I had. So
Hmm,
that was
interesting.
mine.
Now, guys, a couple more questions, and I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Most
All
of
right.
your residential cases, would you say it's family hauntings?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Family coming
very
in,
much.
checking up on you, see how you guys doing, make sure you guys doing the right thing, and all
Some
that.
of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think some
Yes.
people draw spirits towards them kind of like a light too. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I've heard that too because from what I was told, it's certain things in the spirit world are very dark, especially when you're dealing with dark spirits, spirits that got into trouble, that done bad things, and they don't want to be
yeah,
judged. So they're in a dark place. And normally, what happens is if they see the light, it's just like one of those bug zappers. You know what I'm saying? If
yeah,
you open up a bug zapper in the middle of a forest, can you imagine how many bugs would come towards that light?
right. A
Wouldn't you think
lot.
the spirit
Exactly.
world would be the same way?
I kind of do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I kind of think that would happen because if I'm a spirit sitting out there just twirling, wondering what the hell, I'm in all this dark. Next thing you know, I see this light. I'm going to shoot right to it.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I think that would be an actual instinct for the spirit, just like it would be for us if we were sitting in the dark.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on elementals? What do you have a thought on that? Or
Elementals. You know, to be honest with you, I really don't have a thought on it. I really don't have a big thought on skinwalkers. I really don't, you know, people think that skinwalkers are intrusive. People think that they are such bad entities and all of that. But do we really know? Who are we to
No.
know that?
no, we don't.
I mean, apparently everybody think a skinwalker is bad.
I
What
don't.
if it's just the individual that they're dealing with at that time, and maybe they're the bad one?
Exactly. Or maybe, you know, it depends on where you're at, what location you're at. Hey, Kitty.
There's a
You
big
know, if you
picture.
if you're on Native American land, but let's use Native
Yeah.
American land for an example. They say that the most honorable brave, the bravest of all the braves, would be the ones that protect certain lands. Now, the braves are the ones that have the wolf heads on their head. I don't know if you ever seen them, but those are their trophies. So if
Yeah.
you kill a wolf, they're gonna skin it, and you're gonna have that wolf head.
Mhm.
Bears, different types of animals that braves have, you know, and those are the ones that I think, because when you see a skinwalker, most people it transforms. It might be a wolf, might be a bear, might be an eagle, or just whatever it could be. But you have to think about it for a minute. A brave had all these things on their heads. Braves protect the land. That's what
Right.
they did. So
That's
who's
really
to
good
say that
thinking.
these people are not brave, are just
Protecting their land. Yeah.
braves that are protecting their land?
Right.
Some of them can be hostile because they don't know exactly. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All of America is that. Yeah.
You know, so for somebody to say, "Oh man, there is a skinwalker in this building," this and that, I really can't. I don't believe it.
Yeah. I'm like that too. You don't
Why
know,
would
but you don't know. Yeah.
why would a skinwalker be in a certain location where there's no history of Native American? Oh well, I can't say that because Native Americans were everywhere on this land.
Yeah. Yeah. The entire Americas
So
was the
I
Native
really can't
American
say that
territory.
because I don't know the
Yeah.
history, the total history of this land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's possible that the skinwalker can be a brave just protecting what's theirs.
Right.
You really don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just one of those things that we hopefully will figure out. You
One of
know,
these days, maybe.
well,
if we're lucky.
and you know what? And I'll be honest with you guys. I do this because that's what I love to do. I do this because I'm preparing myself for what comes next in life. I don't want any surprises. I don't want any secrets. I want to know it all, and I want to be properly prepared. So when it's my time to go, it won't be no surprises.
Mhm.
You know, that is one of the reasons why I do what I do. So I can. A lot of people investigate for different types of reasons, you know, and for each his own. It's a free country. I
Yeah.
can't tell one person to do this and do that. If my beliefs is my beliefs. Your belief is your beliefs. You know,
Exactly.
so I'm not going to be judge and jury on no
Right.
one or anybody.
But it is interesting to hear everybody's different beliefs.
Yeah.
System, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if you believe that it's your calling to be a paranormal investigator, okay. I mean, because paranormal investigating is just it doesn't just pop in your lap. It's a calling. It's something you experienced in your life, something that's drawn you towards this. And it to me, and I just think those of us who are selected to do this is to put information out so we can tell the world exactly what we think is going on, and it's up to the world to interpret, uh, what we're saying and how they want to figure it out. It's everybody's different. Everybody interpretation on what's going on is totally different. Uh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but with it, and it's crazy because it's, I guess it was meant to be that way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. I think
Just
it's interesting that way.
because just imagine every paranormal investigator think and thought investigated the same way. You know how boring that would be.
Exactly. Yes, we do.
We do. Yeah, and it's so interesting to hear everybody's experiences, their opinions, their thoughts, what's happened to them. I mean, it's all very interesting, and I mean, you can't just
it is.
set
And
someone down. You need to listen. Yeah.
and it's crazy how you can go into a location and it can be dead silent. You won't catch nothing.
Mhm.
But the next day, somebody else goes in there and catch this unbelievable evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I seem to think that it's all based on who you are if they want to communicate with you.
Yes, I agree. Kind of like,
Absolutely. Yes.
yeah. Like when you meet a person in real life, some people become better friends than other people would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people are just drawn to you. Spirits can be sometimes drawn to you and want to be able to communicate to you and want to be able to tell you their story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's I don't know. It's a crazy nature, every connection in the community. Yes. And it's crazy, how things are able to come together. And I'm not saying it's God or Jesus or little green men from Mars, but
Yeah.
something or someone or something has selected each one of us to do what we do in the paranormal field.
Yeah, I think so.
And yes.
I think it's weird, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just late bloomers. Some people just don't have the time to do it when they're young, so they'll wait till they get a little older. Kids are out the house, and then that's when they'll be able to
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
do what they need to do. But yeah, man. 2 more questions, guys. I hope you guys are ready for these. Um,
Can't promise. Just saying.
2 more questions. Man, Jonah, what do you think about the show so far? Do you feel
Love it.
comfortable?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a lot more comfortable now. He's not shaking the table anymore.
I think I took that off of you.
Yeah, I saw that table moving by your knee. I'm like, oh shit, calm this guy down.
That was me.
Well, you know what? I kept my word, man. I kept it. I kept it. Easy for you guys. Where it's
Hey, you were great.
for you
Absolutely.
guys to talk, and because it gets so much deeper than the conversation we've had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That was
didn't
like the very tip of the iceberg.
and I didn't want to take you guys there, because this conversation can go on for hours.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It can definitely go. And I know you guys got things to do, better things to do than hang out with me all night.
Hey, brother, we loved you. You've been awesome.
People about this.
And
You know?
we enjoy this.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I mean, 'cause I try to make it, it's not about me. It's about you guys. It's always about the guests. It's never about me.
Oh, shucks. He's embarrassing me.
No, I mean,
Sorry, cat.
it's always been about the guests. You can even ask First Line when those guys came on the show. Man, well, I think it was their first time too, if I'm right.
Was it?
First line, make them feel welcome, make them feel like they're a part of the family, which
Well,
they
you
are.
do
They're
great.
part of the
Yeah.
community. I just try to, make sure that you guys feel comfortable, and try not to bombard you with a lot of questions, but I got one more, and it's a
Go
doozy.
ahead.
Damn it, bro.
We like questions.
All right, Bo, this is for you.
Oh no. No, let's take that back.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Come on, Miss West Texas. I got
All
you.
right. Tumbleweeds in my blood.
And they get as big as a damn truck over there, man. What's up with
They
the
do.
damn
They poked a
tumbleweeds?
hole in my grill one time.
Those damn things, boy. Hey, they're worse than those blackout children that's been hanging out there.
Dispute that. Because
Man,
they
they're
all
known for-
had. But you
Dude,
just get them and you decorate them with lights and put them up in your house, apparently.
oh man, you got to stay away from them little boogers because they're up to no. What the hell is a kid doing out 3 a.m. in the morning at a damn truck stop?
I don't know.
If they're
Not good.
good, I shoot the parents
There you go.
because there's no way. And I'm serious,
Oh,
man.
Lord.
Those guys are known for hanging out in West Texas.
I did not know that. I've been safe all these years. See, I knew I needed to get out of there, and I did.
Yeah, those guys are something else, man. They just recently popped their heads a couple of weeks ago at a roadside truck stop where some trucker was asleep and they go beating on the door, and the guy was like, "Where in the hell did you come from? You're in the middle of nowhere." And it's like, "Oh, my car broke down." And I'm like, "Dude, you're 13 fucking years old. What the hell you doing with a car?" So they wanted to get in. So they wanted to get in the truck, but he didn't let them. And that was good. Because
That could have ended badly.
it ended badly because we really don't know what happens once they get into the truck or what they get
No.
anywhere near you.
That sounds frightening.
A lot of people say they're aliens, but there's I don't know what they are.
I don't know. There's
I'd like to say, if there are any black-eyed children listening to this program right now, you're more than welcome to come to my house. I would like to meet you. I would like to talk to you. I would like to ask you questions. So there,
As long as you stay,
invitation open.
as long as you stay outside.
Well, hey, Jonah, my number is gonna be disconnected. But you know what? They have been known that they have been seen as far north as Montana. I want to say
South
Wyoming or
Alaska.
Montana.
South Alaska is the last one that I heard.
I
No,
know
they've
I've
been
seen
seen
them
in
up north.
Alaska.
Not so far east. Have not heard of them being east.
Apparently, they like the cold.
Well, hell, dude, I'm still trying to figure out. It's 300 degrees in the damn nighttime in West Texas, and they got a hoodie and a damn jacket on.
Yeah.
Well, I can't figure that out either. They're aliens.
They're
Has to
something.
be. My daughter.
You're getting in trouble.
She's an alien.
You're getting in trouble.
She wears layers and layers of clothes, and she's in Lubbock, and it's like 1,000 degrees there. And yeah, so
Okay.
I could,
Hey
yeah.
guys. Now, besides paranormal investigating, are you guys willing to step outside your element to do something else?
We have hunted Bigfoot before. No doubt. No, I mean, no lies. Not kidding, not joking. Hunted Bigfoot.
I used to be a vet technician.
I think I was in Alaska when they were hunting Bigfoot.
I wasn't involved in the Bigfoot.
You were there.
Not saying it
Outside
was real.
Mountain.
I don't doubt something about it's real, but I don't know.
Just saying,
But yeah, I'd do other
we
things.
actually had a UFO encounter on a paranormal investigation one night, and traffic on both sides of the road actually stopped and watched the UFOs as we did. So, I mean, we kind of have our fingers in everybody's pie, and everybody kind of hates us for that. But hey, we just want to know what's going on, what's in our world.
Well, it seems like Kentucky is a hotbed for the unknown because
It does seem that way.
because there's so much land out there that has not been touched
Oh yeah.
that we don't know what's out there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're right. We don't. And I believe in UFOs. We've seen them, and he's seen them, and I don't know about Tom, but
I'm home that night.
yeah,
I've seen the thing.
it's been weird. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think it should be open to everything.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it should be open to everything, because a lot of people like to be able to expand, but a lot of people are just content with being paranormal investigators.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's so much more.
But here's the question. If you see something that you can't explain and you wonder about it, aren't you? And you like, so your natural instinct is to want to be able to investigate it, figure out what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, whether we're paranormal investigators, the blackout children,
I think I've seen a werewolf once, so yeah.
a werewolf, a vampire, or
Any of
those
that
things that are hanging out over there
There's
with
weird things out there.
the damn Jersey Devil.
Yeah, anything like that. I mean, you
Oh,
can't discount people. I mean, there's
You cannot
nuts, and then there's people that's really seen things, and yeah.
You cannot discount it because a lot of these places on this earth have not been explored.
No, exactly.
As technology gets more advanced, we still don't know.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? We still don't know. There's been how many different types of species of aliens that visit this planet? I think over 30 different species of aliens have visited this
I wouldn't
planet.
doubt that. I mean, why can we say we're the only thing out here? I mean,
Look at it this way.
we got this huge
We're
space.
ghost hunters, paranormal investigators. We have all the latest, greatest cameras. How often do we actually catch something good on those cameras? And there are a bunch of us in just the United States alone, not talking the rest of the world, but we don't catch very many really credible, excellent things. We catch EVPs, but our cameras aren't designed to pick up what we're actually looking for.
Maybe if we designed a camera that has a different spectrum.
I think so, yes.
It seems like our animals will pick up things more than we do.
Can you imagine if we had cat eyes?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
If we had cat eyes, there is no way that we would not be able to sit. There's enough evidence out there that we should the science community should open us up. You boys, come on in. You're part of the community now. You're part of the scientific community because you guys discovered, hey, there are truly life after death.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, we've been telling you that since day freaking one.
Yeah.
For over 100 years, we've been doing this as paranormal investigators. Over 100 years, and scientists still will not listen because we're stupid, because we're Joe Blow. We don't have a PhD in blah 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 that matters for nothing.
Like you said, there's no hard evidence.
Yeah.
And and another reason why they don't believe us is because who takes a community of paranormal investigators seriously? We fight with one another. there's no unity here. We don't have somebody that can represent us as a whole. Everybody's representing each other and throwing evidence out like that. And I'm going to tell you, if I was sitting at the head of the scientific a table, and and I'm sitting there, and I got everybody else that's cryptic, Bigfoot, ufologists, all these other things that are there together, and they're together as a unified front.
Yes,
And
I
you
agree
look
with
to the
you.
right, and you see us. Hell, we still over there trying to get our papers together.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Our shit should be together. It
Yeah.
should
It
be
should.
together.
We ought to get along. We ought to be brothers in this instead of everybody trying.
To be right.
Either
That's
somebody
right.
wants to be famous or they want to be right or they're just an asshole.
Yeah.
And instead of everybody just folding their hands, getting along, saying, hey, we can figure this out if
You
we
know
help
what?
each other.
I don't want that responsibility.
Well, I think
we need
Neither do
somebody
I.
here.
I'm not saying that. No.
I think
We
it's
need
also
somebody
goes
here
kind of-
that can that can unify us as a whole,
Mhm.
represent us as a whole, in order for us to sit down at that table. Until then, it's not going to happen.
No.
Well, another
You're right.
thing, another reason it's not going to happen is there's too many, like we went over before, there's too many teams out there that just say, that make everything up and say, here, this is what happened, and it completely fake and provable to be fake.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that ufologists or cryptozoologists. I'm not saying that there's not people out there that aren't doing it also, because I'm pretty sure there is. It's just that our community makes it known.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but there are a lot of kids in the paranormal. And being paranormal investigators, being ghost hunters, whatever. And there's a lot of kids that are out for just thrill seeking. And then they see the internet and, hey, I want to be famous. And that's where everything kind of goes to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah. Being famous is not for everybody. If everybody, let's say, how would this world be if everybody was famous? Everybody be an asshole.
I don't want to be famous. My team doesn't want to be famous. We just
don't
want
wanna
to
be
do our
famous.
thing and be left alone. I mean, that's it.
What are you talking about? I want to be a rock star.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with being a paranormal rock star. I've seen them.
I'm kidding.
I've seen them. All right, guys. One last question. I'm gonna wait till Bo get
Sure.
here. I was gonna pick on her.
Well, she needs to be picked on.
Yeah.
I said, hurry up.
Here.
All right, Bo. This is a very hard question. I want you to really think about this one. And once Bo answer it, just go on down the line and give me all your answers.
Okay.
Bo, you got a paranormal bucket list? If you do, where would you like to go?
I think honestly, I would like to go to, what is that place? Penn State.
Yeah.
I think that is the place I'd like to go. Penn State, isn't it asylum or is it it's a jail, isn't it? Yeah, the
asylum.
jail asylum.
Penitentiary.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere, either a jail or an asylum. So I think yeah, that's the one where they were horrible to those children. isn't it? Yeah, that's the one I'd like to go visit.
Well, I tell you what, if certain people have their way, we all be in one.
Yeah, I would
Absolutely,
be
yeah.
there for sure. Yes.
We were
Putting
all,
up with them,
yeah. But you know what? All the places on the planet that you can investigate, why that one?
because of horrible things. I mean, I hate that it happened, but
Are you
I
talking
would
about
like, yes, Pennhurst Asylum. I would like to know if I could. I mean, I would sympathize. I'm not saying I'd get any responses or I wouldn't get picked on. Of course, it might be a good or a bad experience, but I would like to feel, I guess, for those kids that were in those cribs for so long without ever being taken care of. They had their teeth pulled out if they bit. They sat in those cribs till they were 16, couldn't even walk, and it's horrible. It's horrible that we have separated ourselves from animals, but are we worse or any different, the way we've done to children? I mean, chimney sweeps, I just saw another day on TV, and it hurts my heart. And I just would like to,
Tell them what.
because they would go to orphanages and get the children and to use them to go down the chimney and to, treat them like worse than you would an animal, basically. And it's horrible. And I mean, I want to feel the energy, because I want to feel the sorrow for them, and I want to also try to. I feel like it's just a horrible crime that's been. Just something about the energy makes me want to know, how could these people do this, which I can't comprehend, even if I could feel it. I just hate how people have treated each other, basically, but especially children. Children and animals, to me, are the only innocence of this world. And as adults and as older generations and hundreds of years ago, we've been nothing but cruel to each other. And there's no reason for it. Like you were just talking about with the paranormals coming to be together as one. Why can't people, when we fight a war, I know this is going off and I'll quit after this, but it's like when we fight a war, I feel so bad for any of the soldiers, and I commend them and I thank them for their service. But at the same time, these people are being sacrificed because two head guys can't get along, so they're pawns in somebody's war. And it hurts my heart to see how people treat each other,
But
and
you,
that's part of it too, with that the asylums, people threw their children away there, threw people away there that they didn't want. That's horrible, but the energy there and the experience would make me feel more humble, I guess.
but haven't we always been like that?
I think from the beginning of mankind, yes. But
We've
like you said, if it could just be one person to come along and just change the world, all these evil dictators, even, they had such intelligence to do all this stuff that could command these armies. And why couldn't they use that intelligence to do good, and better things could have happened for this world? But
Well,
no,
what might be good in one's eye might not be good in another.
well, if it,
Mhm.
yes, I agree, absolutely. But I mean, if it's involving killing people and just taking over things, I feel like, in my opinion, it's a bad thing.
But haven't we done that for thousands of years?
Oh, from the beginning, I believe, yes. And
I
it's just,
mean, it's
when does it stop? Does it ever?
so at some point it gets engraved in our DNA. That's
To
that's
a
just
point, yes,
that's just
yes. I
what we do. That's what it
but
is.
but it doesn't it take just one person that could be in power to change the world, but yet they don't.
It could,
But that never seems to happen, does
but
it?
here's the question. Here's the question that I have for you is there's always going to be another that doesn't
Yes, you're
like
right.
what
It's always going to be that way.
is
Mhm.
always going to be that way
And
until
I hate
and,
that, but it's just facts.
and that's the reason why this little planet of ours sits in the part of the universe by itself
I
because
agree.
we're not ready to unify with the other intelligence that is
Right.
way past
And
killing
that's
each
why
other.
they are. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that
And we're
very
still
much.
at the kid table.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. That's very true.
All right,
Okay, your
well,
turn.
there you go. Well, MPIA, appreciate it, Flatline Cody. I really do, man. I'll be reaching out to you guys soon to get you guys back on the show. Trust me, I'm coming
Hey,
back.
we would love to.
We have enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
You have been great, brother, and we love you, and we'll
We have
help all
more to
we
talk
can.
about, so keep us in mind here in our little chicken leg.
You see what you guys did?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's not me. That's you guys. You guys that did all this. It's not
Hey,
me.
you brought us out in the open. We like to talk.
We appreciate
We all
it.
three like to talk.
There's a lot more stories to share. So just whenever. We appreciate
It's
it.
you guys. You guys, hey, the audience come to speak with you guys. They don't come to speak with me. They come to speak with you guys. So
Well,
hey,
we have enjoyed the audience.
Well,
Thank y'all so
I've
much.
enjoyed it all, guys. Thank you, and please feel free to
Out there in
message us.
TV land.
You know, oh God,
so so Noah, I'm Noah, Jonah. I keep calling
Sorry.
you Noah. Where would you like to go?
I would like to go to Fort Jefferson off the coast of Key West, about 40 miles off in the Dry Tatunga. It's a prison where Samuel Mudd went, and I just love the history behind it. And I saw one team go there, and I'd like to be the next one.
Hmm. Okay. Any other places?
Well, we have a couple Hemingway cats. So
Yeah.
that's on the way.
So you
But
are
that's me.
content with that.
Yes, sir. I like history. Of course, we all do, and we do a lot of history behind all of our investigations, the best that we can. But the history aspect of it kind of brings everything full circle for us, and that's what we'd like to see. More teams need to do a little background history and check into little nooks and crannies that they wouldn't think to.
And
Okay.
kudos to the ones that do.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
It's not easy.
Last but not least, where would you like to go, brother?
Probably two places. Fort Raleigh in North Carolina.
Okay.
I'd like to check that place out pretty good. And what's the place in Louisville?
Waverly.
Waverly Hills in Louisville.
Tina Mattingly, we love you.
You know, it's weird because all you guys had decided to stay within the confines of the United States to investigate.
I have like a list as long as I am tall that I would like to go.
I'd love to go to Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Well, we can all
Asshole.
hey, we can all go. Bo's paying for everything, so we're good.
Well, I guess we ain't going.
Well, guys, thank you guys for joining me.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I really
We enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it. Jonah, what do you think?
Farron, you've been cool, man. We appreciated this. You have made everything great for us. We appreciate it.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I will
With somebody like you.
Well, there's not too many of them like me out here.
I kind of figured that, yes.
I'm one of the kind brothers. You
Hey,
know,
we get it.
but hey, man, I will be contacting you guys back in about 3 months to see how you guys are doing. Bo, stay out of
All right.
trouble.
I will try. I
Keep
can't make
Jonah
any
out of
promises.
trouble.
I
Oh,
can't make promises.
hey, and I love that merch you got on. Yes, sir.
Ours burned up in the house, so give us a break.
We're kind of
Oh,
We got hats too, but I didn't want
we're gonna suck up.
Oh God. Well, you're gonna have to send me a shirt.
We
Well,
can
do it.
absolutely.
Well, do it.
We will.
I'm gonna send you my address, and
You please
matter of
do.
fact, I'll just take the shirt off its back. So go ahead and give it to me.
Well, go ahead and take it off of them, Micah, because we need to wash it. Yeah.
Internet.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that. We'll send you something.
Well,
I'm gonna
definitely.
send you guys my address, and it doesn't matter if it was a hat or a shirt, because when I get it, I'm gonna represent you guys wearing it
Awesome.
on the
That's
next.
That is awesome.
We'll be happy.
We appreciate it, buddy.
We
We really
appreciate
do.
this so much.
So people want to know who you guys are. I will tell them. You know, they're
Very
gonna know
good.
they're gonna know already about the show.
That is awesome.
They're gonna remember us by a fried chicken leg.
Yeah, that was a killer right there.
It's the truth. Come on now.
All right. Any closing remarks before I get you guys out of here? Anything you would have to say?
Oh, brother, we love
Thank
you.
so much.
Thank you
We
so
enjoyed
much
this.
for being nice to us.
And thank you to everybody out there that was
And you
interested.
guys have been awesome. hit us up. We'll talk to anybody. We like to talk, as you can tell.
All right, guys. Hey, so guys, please feel free to go over to their Facebook page and check out some of their videos, some of their investigations. Also, make sure you go hit that share, like, that follow button. Follow this team. Let's get their numbers up.
Thanks, guys.
And head over to their YouTube channel. Do the same thing. And make sure you guys go hit all of that, man. Let's get this team numbers up. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, guys. Let's all be one, and we'll help each other out.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
And wait, we'll shoot for the stars since we came from the
Amen.
stars anyway.
You're right.
Terry, you've been great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I
Yes,
like your
sir.
idea.
Hey, peace. You
Peace
guys
out,
be
boss.
easy. Have a good night, guys, and I'll be hearing from
You
you.
too. Thank you.
Y'all.
Bye.
Bye.